Hey everybody, something a little bit different today. Now my oldest nephew is graduating from high school, going off to college this fall, and he's gonna need a bike. So I figure I've got a garage full of parts, I should be able to put something pretty decent together for him. So in this video, we're gonna try and make a bike from parts. I don't know if this is gonna work. So I think the base for this build is gonna be the Poseidon Redwood. Now I've played around with this bike a lot, did the flat bar conversion, did the compressionless brake housing video, and I even did the 700C wheel video on this bike. I've had a ton of fun with it and I'm super grateful to the guys over at Poseidon, but I just think that this is gonna be a perfect foundation for a campus commuter. Gonna need some grips, some pedals. Here's the stock seat post for the Redwood. Here's a stem. Probably do a bottle cage too. Should be good for now. Now for wheels, I think we'll use the 700C Poseidon wheels. Now I think these wheels are actually going to be great for this build. They're through axle and the hub spacing is meant for this bike. I have these set up tubeless, but we'll probably just run them tubed. Now for tires, I think I'll give them these Panaracer Gravel King slick tires, which I've had on the Loon carbon wheels, because I figure he'll mostly be riding on paved surfaces, and a 700C by 38mm tire will be nice and plush, but it'll also roll really fast so the bike will feel nice and efficient. My little container. This is a great tool to have in the garage, by the way. Turkey baster. One tire down. There we go. Let's see if I have inner tubes. One. Ah, here we go. There's one. Put the front wheel on, but actually before we put the back wheel on, I've actually been running the Redwood single speed for a while now, which might be okay for a really flat college campus, but I feel like we should put at least some gears on here. Yes, I do need to clear out the parts bins, I'm aware of that, but I'm fairly certain I have, aha, yes. Oh, it's a 9-speed, cool. See, you never know when you're gonna need some old parts. There we go. So now the back wheel can go on, but before we put it on, we have to take off this single speed setup, which means breaking the chain and removing this chain tensioner. Now the Poseidon Redwood is set up for internally routed cabling, just for a nice clean look, but it uses a little trick to make internal routing really easy. So we've got the access holes towards the top of the down tube, but at the bottom there's this big long slit in the bottom bracket area where the cables will just slide right through, and there's no housing sized hole that you have to fish for. Now this is going to be a Shimano Altis drivetrain, which is pretty entry level, but honestly it works pretty well if you set it up right. So even though it's a 9-speed cassette, an 11-speed chain will work because the inner spacing of the chain is actually the same for 9-speed, 10-speed, and 11-speed. So you can use an 11-speed chain on a 9-speed drivetrain, but you wouldn't be able to go the other way. It's a touch short. All right, so we are going to have to get a little bit crafty here, do a little bit of chain splicing. I've got to do this the old-fashioned way, because I don't think I have an extra quick link. We are in business. All right, now at the front end of this bike, I've got the Redshift shock stop stem on here right now. Can't let that one go. I'm still doing some testing with this guy. Plus, we're trying to make a bike that if it were to get stolen, which let's face it is highly likely, won't be the end of the world. So we're gonna put a basic stem back on. Then for handlebars, I've got these generic flat bars, 780mm wide, if you're curious. And these are just gonna make it a lot easier to cruise around campus. The drop handlebars, yeah, maybe they're more efficient for road riding, but again, this is a campus commuter. Just trying to get to and from class and run errands, so flat bar is probably the best option. So our shifter is a 9-speed Shimano Altis shifter. This is the stock takeoff. And to be honest, it's gonna be perfect for this particular bike, which again, we're trying to keep relatively under the radar. Let's get a fresh inner cable in here as well. Here we go. Nine-speed systems, so easy to set up. Compressionless housing is on here, so the brakes are super strong. The only thing that's bugging me a little bit is that this front brake housing is just a touch long. I think I'm going to shorten that. starting to look like a bike. Now the other thing is this seat post. It's also a Redshift suspension seat post. Can't let this go with the bike. So I will take this one off and we'll put the stock seat post back in. All right, let's just throw some pedals on this. Guess we should do a bottle cage, huh? And you know what? I'm going to leave the Small Monsters Project stickers on here too, because they're cool. Alright, well I think we did it. I present to you the Poseidon Redwood College Commuter Edition. It's got 700C wheels, 38mm slicks, flat bar conversion, and it's relatively low key, nothing flashy on there. Perfect college bike in my opinion. So I'm super excited to hand this over to my nephew. That's you, Derek. Now it goes without saying, we are all super proud of you. Studying computer science at a major UC, dude, genius. I only hope that my kids grow up to be as smart and as athletic and just as decent as you. Seems like just yesterday we were playing Legos and Hot Wheels and video games. I know it's just a bike, but I hope you enjoy it, and we wish you the best of luck as you start your degree. But let's face it, we know you're gonna crush it. All right, I gotta end this before I start crying. All right, and for everyone else who stuck around this long, thanks again for watching. Thanks for subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see you next time.